Hey, how are you?
Hey. Hello.
You looking pretty.
Thank you.
So, I explained to everyone about the show that you're on now,
Yes,
and we
love
talk
goals.
about love goals. What were
hmm
your goals ongoing on love goals with you and
Okay.
Benzino?
Well, each relationship is different. Our love goals was getting along, stop arguing for our child, and that's our love. That was our goal.
Now, and
hmm
I watched a few episodes
hmm
after you, and I've been around y'all, so I
Yeah.
know I know a teensy bit
Okay.
about the dynamic in y'all's relationship.
Yes.
What?
My child.
What?
What? Tell
I
me
don't even know
what.
how to say it. What be going on that it's just so much tension between you two? Like the first episode, it was like, well, dang, y'all arguing before y'all even got in the house.
Right. Um. It's just, I think when two people are not on the same page, you're going to bump heads. And
Okay.
I just caught a little glimpse of the previous person that you did have,
Mm-hmm.
and I think he was talking about um like meeting someone and moving in, like moving fast.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that was like people moving fast because why would somebody like move really fast? So I caught the end of your last interview,
Well,
but
he was just talking
I think
about
he
in
was saying,
general.
I think he was saying like if both people have their own place and stuff like that. Was he saying something like that?
Yeah, yeah, and how it's easier to meet when you are on common ground, where like neither one of you basically has anything. Because when it gets to a point where a woman has her own and a man has his own, and one
Mm.
person makes more than another, or vice versa, that there's like a power play.
So basically, he was saying two people starting from the bottom, growing together. Is that what
It's
he was
easier.
saying?
Yes.
Well,
So
I
where were
think
you? Okay, let's
I
start. Where were you when you first started dating Benzino?
okay,
That was on Love and Hip Hop, right?
right.
So during that period of time, where were you in life? Were you starting from the bottom, or were
No,
you already accomplished in somewhere?
I was already accomplished,
Okay.
and I think that was the misconception about me that I because regardless whether on TV or not, when you get off of television, what is my lifestyle?
Hmm.
And my lifestyle was already there
Okay.
prior to my relationship.
Okay.
So I don't really agree with that. I feel like separately, both individuals need to be in their own right. And then when you come together in a relationship, it shouldn't really be about starting from the bottom. It should be about making each other's lives better wherever you're at in that situation. If
Okay.
that, you know
So
what I'm
people
saying?
want to know what. Okay, when you say you were accomplished, what were you doing when you first started dating?
Okay. Well,
If you want to go there.
it's okay. It's
Okay.
all right. It's okay. Let me sip a glass of wine on that.
Oh, child, I forgot my wine today. I got water. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Okay. I don't know if many people knew me before. I definitely was already working in the industry. Okay, my name wasn't ringing bells then, but I was already an accomplished person in the industry as far as I was doing music videos, I was making money. I got signed to Def Jam, I was signed to Foxy Brown. So as far as like accomplishing my own name on my own check, like working from the bottom and putting in the time to, like I said, Def Jam signed me.
Hmm.
Yes, things happen in life. You get shelved, things happen, but at the end of the day, I was definitely wasn't new to the industry.
Okay.
Reality TV is a whole nother thing. So at that time, reality TV was just starting.
So what made Benzino attractive to you
So let
out
me
of
tell you this story. So when Love and Hip Hop came on, so you have your girlfriends who've known you for years.
uh-huh.
When Love and Hip Hop came on, my girlfriend called me and she was just like, "Oh, there's this new show out called Love and Hip Hop." She was like, You need to be on that show. And at the time, I wasn't, I was dating. You know, I've never dated any rappers, but I have dated. And I have dated guys that were a part of the industry in the past.
Uh-huh.
Not anybody that you would know, but the point is that I kind of was already accustomed to a good life.
Okay.
Period, point blank. And um, you know, I actually took my advance from getting signed and got into real estate. And that kind of was me finding my own independence. I was a young, pretty girl, like a million other pretty girls
Mm-hmm.
who get approached by guys that got money. And my whole thing was that I wanted to be independent. So even though I already had whatever I had, my whole thing was I wanted to provide for myself. And so, real estate was my way out. But at the end of the day, I have dreams. I still have dreams. Like I still have dreams to have a successful, you know, EP, for people to even take me seriously as a singer. That's a, you know, that's a goal that I would want people to, you know, one day see me as, you know,
Okay.
not just a pretty face.
Okay. So, what made you choose Benzino?
So this is the thing. I didn't choose Benzino. Benzino contacted me on Twitter.
Okay, so Benzino chose you.
Benzino chose me.
Okay.
Um, you know, my father always said, you know, he's an older man. Women choose who they want to entertain or not.
Mm-hmm.
So I did have the choice to not entertain my son's father at the time. But at the time, I was just getting out of a relationship. And, you know, Benzino always portrayed that he wanted love.
Okay.
He still portrays that he's looking for love.
Uh,
Um, what?
no, keep going. I'm listening. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Okay. So, you know, I when he came, you know, for me, and I actually saw Benzino out. And every time I saw him out, he wasn't with any other female. So, it's just timing and how it happened. And he was the guy that was there at that time. And you know, he filled a void. Just like if I wasn't on reality television and he would have pursued me, I would have still dated him.
Okay. So, I mean, you brought up the fact that he filled a void and that you were just out of another relationship or whatever. So,
Well,
did you?
I'm saying that to say that in life, whether there
Okay.
is reality TV or not, just living your life, we're all dating different people, meeting different people, and you're always trying to get rid of this person and move on to the next person.
Okay.
I'm
So,
no
what I'm
different.
trying to do is
I'm no
like
different
build
than
this.
anybody else. I'm no different than anybody else.
Right. And what I'm trying to do is build this foundation because, I don't want to judge from where you are now. I'm trying to
Mhm.
start from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So at some point, y'all cared about each other. Y'all planned to get married.
Well,
Before,
we still care about each other now, but it's just that, you know, Benzino has great qualities for what he is, you know, and, you know, I have a kid by him, and, you know, my kid gives me love every day. So I got my blessings in different ways. And, it didn't work out. We was never married. I
I
mean,
know,
you
but
hung
y'all
out.
were engaged. Y'all were engaged. Let's start
We
there.
was
Y'all were engaged.
we was engaged. Well, let me
So
ask you, Michelle. You hung out with us in Miami. How was that experience? I mean, did you? And you could be honest. Did you feel like hanging out with us? Because prior to hanging out with us, you probably had a different like thought in your mind, like what people were saying as far as we weren't a real couple. Do you feel like when you met
no,
us
y'all
that we
were a
were a
real
real couple?
couple. Y'all were a real couple.
Okay.
But I do know he was lavishing you with money and in a luxurious Miami beachfront vacation
Okay,
and
I've been actually hanging out in Miami since I was 16 years old.
okay, okay.
Okay, I have actually went
But
on.
no, but what I'm saying is there's nothing wrong with that. I do feel like, in a courtship or in a dating relationship, like I feel like a man should do those things
Okay, well,
for a woman.
we haven't been on another vacation since Miami, and that was 7 years ago. So whatever lavish you're talking about, Miami don't count. Okay,
How many
Miami
years
don't
ago
count.
was that? That was
That
before
was
Baby
seven.
Zeno.
That was 7 years ago, and it doesn't count. Miami don't count. All right. Shit.
Okay, Miami don't count. Miami don't count.
Because I've
But
been going there since Memorial Weekend.
okay,
On
Miami doesn't count, but
it
somewhere
does.
after Miami, you
We
still
never went
chose to be
nowhere.
with him and have a child because you weren't
Well,
pregnant then, were you? You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't pregnant then, but I did get pregnant in the early stage of our relationship, and you know, Benzino is very attentive as far as he means well. So it's kind of overwhelming for any other guy to come into my life
Mhm.
because if he's there, whether it's healthy or not, the female, which is I, has to finally make the decision and be like, you know, if this is not fair anymore. Like I want a healthy, happy relationship.
Mhm.
I'm not going to let reality TV steal my joy from a real relationship.
So let me ask you this. Like you said, I have been around you. What stopped y'all from moving forward in the
We
relationship? What was the final
we
straw?
we never got a wedding date.
Okay.
Okay. Um and you know, it just didn't go. I mean, I don't
So
know.
was it? I mean, was it the arguments? Was it you just decided you didn't love him anymore? Or did you just,
No.
like, what is it? Like, who broke up? Who broke up the relationship? What happened?
I mean, in
Breakdown.
all honesty, he'll probably tell you now if I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything, but I know Benzino cares about me. I just feel like he needs to, you know, people have to fix themselves before they can be with the other person. And I'm not we just don't agree on certain things. It says, Althea, you were cuddling him when he was crying and now nothing. Well, if someone's crying in front of you, you're not going to just leave them. At the end of the day, I'm going to have his back. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have his back. He's going to have my back to a certain extent. I mean, he was just in Carly Red's DMs the other day. Did you see that on the Shade Room?
No. What?
And then was trying to tell me that it was photoshopped.
Oh.
And we have a son together, so I can't. When he comes to see my son, I'm not about to entertain him with Carly Red. I don't say nothing about that. That's not my business because I have a kid by him, and as my
Okay,
son.
so this is where we talk about the whole toxicity of the situation. If you are seriously moving on and you are detached from him emotionally, why would you care if he's in anybody's DMs?
I don't. I'm saying that's the reason why when he came to see me, I'm not mentioning that. I'm
Okay.
saying I'm not talking about it.
Okay.
Is what I'm saying. I'm just bringing up the point that he does different things, and
Okay.
that's not my problem to care about that. You're absolutely right.
Okay.
I'm just saying that he does things. There was an incident with him. Did you see when he was eating an apple? I mean, this girl was eating an apple. Did you see that incident?
No. I see nothing. What, a girl was eating an apple and what
You're a
happened?
blogger.
Well, I
He
am. I am.
he she was eating an apple, and they was both looking at the camera doing uncensored
Oh,
activities.
you mean when?
You
You mean when that little pornographic? He was on his
right.
knees. Okay.
Exactly. So I'm just saying that to say, as
How
his
many years
mother,
ago was that, Althea?
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It
But
doesn't
my
matter.
point being is, okay, after all of that happened, because a lot of things happened between now and the time you were on Love and Hip Hop. Hell, he called the police on
It
you.
was
You called the police on him. Y'all been arguing over the child. Y'all been, it's a lot of things have happened. You've been on Yumla. Like, a lot of things have happened. So, I mean, you can sit here all day and bring up all of the negative things that have happened that led up to now. But what about now? And for the sake of the child, how will you get past all of those things
well.
to
That's
be?
what I'm saying. All of those things that have ever happened have never gotten in the way of us being co-parents.
Okay.
I don't. That's what I was saying. Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned her, but I just wanted. I don't. The point that I was trying to make is that he has moved on. like you said, it's been so much time, but like it's been a long time since I first met you.
Mm-hmm.
That was 7 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying that to say that in the mix of 7 years, I'm still not married. We have not came together to grow together.
But okay, in the midst of those 7 years, was it your intention to ever marry him?
Yes. If it I mean, I haven't really I just now started like dating.
Okay.
And it's not fair to
So
anyone
what's
to
keeping you
describe themselves.
tied to him if y'all have so many issues?
Well, my first priority became my son, so I really wasn't like out there like that. You know what I'm saying? So it was like getting my home in order. I just moved, just getting me together. So if he was coming to see my son, to be in my son's life, I really wasn't. I mean, if I would have met somebody, yeah. Did I go on dates? Yeah, here and there. But I think my priorities was just I wasn't really looking for anyone. And if
Okay.
a man is there, it's kind of hard. I mean, I guess people don't know whether we got married. People don't know whether we're together. We don't really know what's going on with us. You know what I'm saying? So I think I kind of was in a relationship, not in a relationship, but kind of, I mean, the world thought I was in a relationship, so it was kind of like it's it's kind of hard to move forward. You have to finally put your foot down and say, "I'm going to move forward."
Okay. Okay.
I
I,
mean, it is what it is. Time goes by. Before you know it, it's going to be. I mean, time just goes.
okay. I love you both. So it was just kind of disheartening because I reached out to both of y'all.
Right.
And you were like, I do it, but not with him, and blah blah blah. And so when I hear that, I'm like, well, what's the issue if y'all are on the show together, but you can't make appearances together? Like, there's really that much animosity that y'all can't even be on a camera together? No? Yes.
I think that there's a thin line between like love and hate as far as like working with your partner and then also wanting to have something off camera.
Okay.
So if you're working with your partner on camera and y'all not together, it's like, when can you finally get your life together for you
Okay.
to move forward for yourself?
Okay. Do you want to take questions from the chat?
What it says, I really like Benzino and their son is so cute. Thank you. I like Benzino too, and my son is really cute. But everyone is not meant to be together. You know, everyone's not meant to be together. So
So, can you tell me who were your favorite people on Love Goals? Did you bond with any of the other participants?
the castmates on there.
Yeah.
So there was this. So it was five. It was five of us, and I actually got along with everyone in the house. Spinderella from Salt and Pepper was there with her fiance, Q. Coolio, the rapper Coolio was there with his girlfriend. They were together off and on for many years. Then we had Sunday and Breon, and then we had who my biggest connection was with Teresa and her husband. He is a retired football player um, from the Kansas City Chiefs. I actually was down in Florida with them for the Super Bowl. They won Super Bowl. But my biggest thing, and I don't want to shed light on any female, but I'm not going to hate. It was just odd between Benzino and
Sunday.
Sunday. She was also on um, what marriage boot camp, where she couldn't wait to come in and let everybody know that she had relations with Benzino, and Benzino couldn't wait to you know kiki and
But in Love Goes, I remember that was in the first episode. She claims that you thought she had relations with Benzino and she did not. So is there something behind it?
I don't know whether they did or not. I don't care. It really don't matter to me whether they did. That was 10 years, that was 20, whatever it was before me. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Okay.
I got a kid with this man. So the point of the matter is that my loyalty or the loyalty that I would want was from my significant other.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really feel like he was respectful. So, he got mad a lot. They actually just had a big blow up on the last episode, episode 6. Or was episode 7, but the last episode
I
was
think it was.
a big blow up. And I was just sitting there because it's like I'm tired of going in a circle. And if he didn't acknowledge her, then there would be nothing to argue about. You know what I'm saying? But now you're mad, arguing with her and her man. Like, whatever happened, something happened, and they have a connection, and it's none of my business.
Oh, okay.
It's none of
Okay.
my business, you know? So
Okay.
my passion is singing, and I'm here for a purpose. And honestly, I feel like I'm here for other women to be inspired from me. Like when I went back to, I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
Mm-hmm.
When I went back to New York and went to the schools to talk to the girls in high school, I was amazed at how they looked up to me because they're who I was back in the day when I was just 14, 15, 16 and wanted things, like back then my list was like Jordan, Beeper, I wanted the XOX bracelet, but I had goals. Those were my goals, just to be better, to be great. And I've exceeded that. So regardless of, even though I was signed to Def Jam and I was signed to Foxy and it didn't happen that way, I still became known. Like, and reality television, even though I feel like it's a gift and a curse because it goes against your grind, I still made it. And no
So,
one's gonna take that away from me. No
so how
one's
do
gonna
you
take
feel
that away
about all
from
the
me.
people who say that?
No
You
one's
know,
not gonna take that away from me. Do you
okay.
understand me?
Look, I'm just saying all the people who like say like about the reality shows that say like you're always on these reality shows. Like, I feel personally like if an opportunity presents itself
I
and they
mean, they
want to see
pay.
you, why not take the check and
Why
continue?
not? Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, a check is a check. But with these shows, you do want to be, this is the thing. Your reputation is all you have. So you want to be a part of something good. So you got to go on these shows and just don't let them make you look crazy. Have I went on shows and made myself look crazy? Of course I did. But then it wouldn't be nothing to talk about. But moving forward, you learn as you go on other shows. You actually learn how to produce your own shows. You learn how to get your own content and put out there what you want to put out there so people could see what you want to portray. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? It's all about content and putting out there what you want to put out there. So it's all good, but it's definitely starting somewhere, learning the game, and definitely climbing to better heights and want to get further. And it's all about you as far as how far you want to go with it. Let me tell you this. Um, I would love to do a song with like a Teddy or a baby face, someone who is taken seriously in the industry. And um I just want to be, I'm a part of bring R&B back.
Mhm.
So I just want to, I just did a song with Scott Storch. Like he's bomb.
Okay. Yeah.
With Beautiful Mess with Bungie Garland.
I
We
remember
shot the
Beautiful Mess.
video in Trinidad.
Hmm.
And I actually have family, my roots, my grandmother's from Trinidad. Um, so what's that piece of hair out? But I feel like I'm finally getting comfortable with my talent, with who I am. It took me a lot of years to be comfortable with myself because I was in and out of relationships, and relationships can kind of take you up and down without you focusing on who you are, So I'm learning myself.
Yeah.
Definitely. I'm learning myself. And I think that's just a part of life. And when you're learning yourself in front of the media, people are going to have their opinions. So that's just what it is.
Somebody said they want you to sing one of your songs.
One of my songs, oh boy, I can't explain the way I truly feel about you, baby. I'm on a high and I don't know just what to do. No, cause only you can make me feel the way I do. Ooh.
Okay. We got your video playing in the background, but I didn't want to play the music because I didn't want
I
to get
see
copyrighted.
it. Yeah, so I've been actually attached to a lot of popping people in the industry. Um, Benzino himself, he used to own the Source Awards and he
Mhm.
did Hip Hop Weekly. I mean, he's a wonderful person himself. I've been attached to a lot of credible people in the industry. Um, a lot of
I
people
think you
attached.
are underrated. I give you that. You are underrated,
Yeah.
and
Well,
I
that's
think
cool.
a little bit misunderstood
Well, thank
because
you,
I think a
Michelle.
lot of people like your personality may be
Mm-hmm.
off-putting to some, but I think
Mm-hmm.
once they get to know you, they know that you don't necessarily mean not that you don't mean it, but you're not as
Mm-hmm.
high strung as you may appear to be.
Right.
You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like I
Right.
do
Well, thank
think that
you.
you are a little bit misunderstood. That's all.
Well, thank you. Thank
And I
you.
think the
Well,
reality
definitely.
shows have a lot
I
to do with that.
well,
That's why I keep asking about the reality
well.
shows.
Let me say this. Let me just say this. I do feel like my son's father does have a big reason why a lot of people are misconstrued about me because when we're fighting, he's throwing a lot of darts my way, and um, I just feel like the fighting has overpacked my talent.
Okay.
Let me just say that.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
I've been known for fighting more than my talent. I have my SAG card. I was doing commercials before I met Benzino. I did do a movie that just came out called Turned. But I have my SAG card and I have put in the work. But one thing that don't lie is numbers or success. And regardless whether or not um, how people portray me, I'm I'm happy that I made good decisions outside of entertainment. I invested my money, so I got something to show for it.
Hmm.
All my hard work, and um, it is what it is. So
Okay. So I see your video is X-rated. That is not X-rated. She had a
my
little
God,
she had a little
that's the outfit. That's the Caribbean outfit,
right. Y'all look and look, it's after midnight. Y'all be all right. But
right?
anywho, I
I
really
used to,
just, I want to see all of you win. I want to see both of you win. I know,
yeah.
it's just unfortunate Benzino's words carry a little bit more weight when it comes to, forming an opinion because
Hmm.
he had a bigger fan base before you.
Hmm.
So of course,
Right.
whatever he says,
and that's and that's and that's what I have been fighting against.
hmm
Because honestly, like, he's more vocal on social media than I am. I post here and there, but
hmm
I'm really not like, I
well,
don't
that's
post
the
every
selfie
day.
king. You already knew Benzino was the selfie king, honey. It's like, dang.
Yes. Yeah.
He's
So
funny. That's a funny character, though. I like Benzino as a person. I like
uh,
him both.
yeah, but I
But
need to be in the camera more than my man now. You know
okay.
what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
you got it. I just, it's going to be hard. But you know what's crazy? I talked to Tammy and Walker. I
mm-hmm,
interviewed him about a month or two ago. And he even said, like, he was okay with her using his name to advance wherever
mm-hmm,
she wanted to go in as an individual. You know what I'm
mm-hmm,
saying? Like, that's totally okay. And I feel like even with you and whatever
mm-hmm,
is going on with you and your relationship, use
mm-hmm,
the fact that people are looking at you because of
mm-hmm,
Benzino to your
mm-hmm.
benefit and make that
Right,
work for you. It is what it is.
right.
And then, shoot, you have a son by him. So at this particular juncture, it's like, you doing this to feed your son, put Benzino name everywhere. Use Benzino's name.
So let
Give
me tell
Nate
you
crap.
this. Let me tell you this. So Zeno, our son, has a YouTube channel on YouTube called Chef Zeno. He's in the kitchen cooking his dishes. Yes, he started, I'm giving the credit to his father because they started out, they still cook. But, we also have our mommy and me, and he's in here cooking. And it's an amazing thing. He
I just put his
generally
link in the chat.
loves to cook. So, I'm all in realizing, who my son's father is. I'm grateful that he does have a following. And, you know, I gave my son his name, Zeno. You know what I'm saying? It's all about taking the opportunity and going somewhere with it. So I want our son to um also, be able to have a future in his right, and go check out his YouTube page, you know, but he enjoys cooking. He made my birthday cake. And actually, this episode here is I made mommy a birthday cake, and it actually really tasted good. It was a vegan, no, it was a gluten-free cake.
How old is baby Zeno now?
He's 4.
Okay. He's
Yeah,
adorable. Who's doing
thank you.
these videos? These videos are amazing.
Thank you.
You did all this? No, I'll ask you later.
Yes, so we put it together, and so now, yeah.
Oh, he's so big
Thank,
and cute.
thank you.
Look, they
So
still talk about Althea. Who is your favorite housewife?
it's Nene. Of
What?
course. It is though. Well,
Why
no,
is
I'm gonna keep
it
it like
Nene?
this.
You know this
It's
team Nene over here.
it's actually Nene, and I love Candy.
Okay.
I
Well, you
love
know they
Candy and
fighting
I
this
love
season,
Nene.
so you can't be both.
Hey,
You have to be either
I
or.
can't be fooled. Which team am I on? That's right, you can't be on both sides. No, I don't know.
You know, you can't ride the middle, honey. Can't ride the
Oh
middle.
my god. Well, and but I've never met her personally, but we follow each other.
Okay.
And so I can have more than one person I like. I like them both.
Okay. Okay. I
Yes.
guess you still follow me because Benzino be falling out with me and unfollowing me and following me, and I'll be like, "What I say? I don't even know what I
Oh
said."
really? Oh
Huh?
really?
Yes, I don't even know what's going on, and I don't even be on Instagram like that. I'm totally against Instagram, but that's a whole another story.
He's a Cancer. He be in his feelings. So that's he do. He treat me the same way.
I can't stand either one of y'all, honestly. I had a good time getting drunk with y'all on the beach. That was
Bye.
the best ever.
Bye, Michelle. I love you, Michelle.
I love you too.
And I will see you soon. Good
Appreciate
night.
you out there.
Bye bye.
Bye.